Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're really plunging into some source material, excerpts from Promise of Tomorrow podcast script.pdf. It looks like a really compelling narrative right from the start. Our mission, as always, is to pull out those key insights, the surprising bits, and just help you get quickly up to speed on this story. We're looking beyond just the plot here, kind of digging into the gears and themes. So, jumping right in, what strikes you as the core premise, the big question this source is posing?
Well, what's immediately fascinating, I think, is just how fast the source builds this world. It uses phrases like danger, devotion, and the unshakable pull of the heart. That's efficient storytelling right there.
Yeah.
It's not just listing things, it's setting up this core tension,
Yeah.
between these really powerful human feelings and, well, external threats.
Yeah, it feels like more than just a backdrop.
Exactly. It signals that the internal emotional stuff is going to be just as critical as any action plot.
Right.
Which, you see in really good character-driven thrillers. It tells us right away the story's about resilience, how people hold up under pressure.
That's it. And the title, right there. Can tomorrow's promise survive when hunted by yesterday's shadows? That's a hook, isn't it?
It really is classic narrative question.
Yeah, it taps right into that universal thing. How much does our past really control our future? Is anything truly free? It sets up a story about hope, sure, but hope fighting against history and how that past can, sneak up on you. So let's maybe unpack that. What makes this promise so shaky? How do these shadows actually show up?
Okay, so the source identifies it clearly. The Promise of Tomorrow, book 1 in the Love's Promises series. So right away, we know we're stepping into something bigger, yeah. Not just a one-off story.
Part of a larger world. But this first book, The Promise of Tomorrow, it seems like it really anchors us. It sets the specific themes, sets the stage for what comes next. It kind of grounds these big ideas about promises and love in a very immediate threat, pulling us right in.
Absolutely. And those titles, Love's Promises, for the series Promise of Tomorrow, for this book, they're obviously linked deeply. They're hammering home this theme of commitment, of the future, but then immediately contrast it with danger and those yesterday's shadows.
Right, so the promise isn't easy.
Not at all. It implies love isn't just, a given outcome here. It's something you have to fight for, hard won. It makes you think any eventual win for hope is going to feel much more earned because the struggle was real. It almost suggests that real promises, especially about love, need defending, maybe involve huge personal cost. Like love isn't just found, it's forged through all this trouble.
So it's a love story, yeah, but the struggle to keep that love and hope alive despite everything is the real point. That feels like a powerful take on the genre. It definitely suggests the human cost is going to be high. Makes you think about what real commitment means, So who are the people caught up in all this? First up, the source gives us Maddie, and it says she only wanted to change lives, not risk her own. That's pretty relatable, isn't it?
Very. Starts from a place of altruism.
Yeah, just wanting to do good. But then, bang, she's thrown into danger. Classic reluctant hero setup.
It creates this really potent dynamic, right? That the innocent person means, well, certainly faces this dark reality. The source says she's thrust into a world where one orphan child could change everything. And it happens because a cry for help drags her to a murder scene.
Just pulled right in.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. She holds a clue she doesn't even realize could save a life. That's not just, for drama. It's a core thriller element.
Yeah.
The unwitting hero. It makes you, the listener, question who really has the power, who has the knowledge. And it shows how good intentions can lead straight into danger. It turns an ordinary person into this key piece of the puzzle, but without her knowing it. Makes you wonder about free will versus fate, doesn't it? Is she choosing this, or is she being pushed?
So she's not looking for trouble, but her own goodness makes her vulnerable. It's like a comment on how sometimes the best intentions can put you at risk. And that unknowing clue thing, brilliant. It just ratchets up the tension because we know, but she doesn't.
You're just waiting for it to click for her.
Yeah. It makes her crucial, but vulnerable. High potential for things to go very wrong. Or maybe very right. Okay, so Maddie's in this unexpected world. But she's not alone. The story brings in Mason, a detective. So you've got the altruist, Maddie, and the lawman, Mason. But the source hints their connection is deeper. More complicated than just this case.
Oh, definitely. He's described as carrying the weight of duty, bound by expectations.
Yeah.
That tells you a lot right there. Pressure, maybe internal conflict brewing. He's got principles, but maybe they'll be tested.
Yeah, you feel that weight.
But the really juicy part, the thing that lifts him out of just being the detective,
Hmm.
is finding out he's suddenly standing face to face with the woman his father once rescued as a child. Whoa. Okay, so this isn't just another case for him.
Not at all.
It's like his job, his family history, and this woman from his past all collide in this one moment. It adds this layer of, well, destiny maybe,
Yeah.
or fate. It makes their meeting feel significant, not just random. And it raises questions, right? Like, how much does your past, your family's past, dictate what you have to do now?
So it's not just solve the crime, it's deal with the past that just walked through the door. That adds such a fascinating layer of complexity, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Moral complexity, emotional complexity.
How does he stay objective, professionally, with this incredibly personal, almost fated link, especially if that link could put her in even more danger or mess with his judgment?
It's that classic conflict, isn't it? Duty versus the heart.
Okay, so we have these two main players, and the story seems to revolve around a specific place, the Blessed Children's Home. Sounds like more than just a building. What role does a setting like that usually play?
Well, this home sounds like a major anchor point. The source literally calls it the thread tying past to present and a sanctuary of hope. It's run by Sister Blue, and Sisters Green and Black are there too. They offer refuge, guidance, that kind of deep, life-changing love. Classic literary symbol, right? Innocence, goodness, community. A moral center.
A safe place, or it should be.
Exactly. But then, the source says it's now caught in the crosshairs of a killer. That just flips everything. Transforms a safe place into the focal point of danger. And it directly links back to that orphan child mentioned earlier.
Wow. So the sanctuary is under siege.
Yeah. And that juxtaposition, this pure good place under threat, it just skyrockets the emotional stakes. It's a really effective way to get the audience invested. You don't just care about the characters, you care about what the home represents, hope itself.
It's a powerful move. Taking something pure and putting it in danger, it's not just people at risk, it's the very idea of sanctuary. Makes the whole thing feel almost existential. Like if the home falls, maybe that tomorrow's promise falls too. Can innocence even survive this? Okay, so let's recap. Maddie has this clue, doesn't know it. Mason, the detective, has this deep personal connection to her from his past. And this sanctuary, the children's home, is ground zero. It's like a perfect storm building. And the source is clear. The stakes just keep going up. It gets more and more personal.
Oh, absolutely. As the danger closes in, the narrative points out this really crucial dual threat. It says the closer Mason gets to the truth, and to her, the higher the stakes climb. So it's not just the killer out there, it's the risk in their connection. They're professional lives, their personal lives, they're tangled now. And that bond, it makes them vulnerable.
Ah, so getting closer makes things more dangerous, not less.
Precisely. And then the source drops this line, it's chilling. One wrong move, and the cost isn't just their future. It could mean the life of someone they love. That just elevates everything. It's not about just saving themselves anymore. It's about everyone connected to them, the child, the home, their whole world. It really makes the personal the ultimate battleground. Forces them to ask, what are they willing to risk, to sacrifice, for love, for truth, maybe for the future of this whole community.
So it's not just about finding a killer. It's about how their relationship itself raises the danger level for everybody. That's quite a twist. Their connection isn't the safe space. It's like a lightning rod for trouble. Makes them weigh hard against duty, knowing either choice could be disastrous. It takes that forbidden love idea and slams it into a high-stakes thriller. Very compelling stuff. So wrapping up our deep dive here, what does all this mean for you, the listener? We've kind of unpacked the setup of the promise of tomorrow, Maddie, the unwitting key, Mason, bound by duty, and this unexpected past, all converging on the Blessed Children's Home, which is anything but blessed right now. And that central question still hangs there. Can tomorrow's promise survive when hunted by yesterday's shadows?
Yeah, and a key question that kind of spins out of that is, how do people deal with a dangerous present when their past is so tangled up in it, and when those pasts actually hold the keys to what happens next? The source shows us this really rich picture where choices, duty, connections, that they all have huge consequences for whether hope and love can survive. It's a really interesting look at how our histories can either help us or, maybe more scarily, endanger our path forward. It's not just a hunt for a killer. It feels like an exploration of destiny, connection, and just human spirit against the odds.
Absolutely. Yeah, these excerpts definitely paint a picture of a story with a lot of layers. History, danger, deep emotions. It sounds like a real page-turner. So if you're wondering how Maddie and Mason actually handle all this, if that promise of tomorrow can survive those shadows, well, you'll have to check out The Promise of Tomorrow. It's out now in all e-stores.
And maybe, as you think about this story, reflect on how often those echoes of yesterday really do shape tomorrow, not just in books, but, in life. And what kind of courage, maybe what kind of sacrifice it takes to face those shadows down and protect what truly matters.